Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another episode of College and Career Pathways, where every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday we are offering you information on various schools and universities, training programs, technical schools, skilled trade professions, career readiness skills, all designed to help you make the best career decisions possible. I am Tony Cureton, your host, and today we are with Paul Mitchell, Cosmetology School. Lindsey, welcome. We're so glad to have you.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to chat with you
Absolutely.
today.
Absolutely.
Okay, so today, let me share my screen here. Get this set up. Okay. Can we see that?
Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to just share with you a little bit of presentation about who we are and what we offer in the school. And I would love to take any questions after. So Paul Mitchell, as you can see, can you see both top and bottom?
Yes.
Okay. So we have just celebrated our 20-year anniversary this year of being open as a Paul Mitchell school, a cosmetology school. So let me just scroll down a little bit so you can see that better. Our products have been in the works for over 40 years, and we started with a product line first. So maybe you're familiar with Paul Mitchell products, but the vision, you can see our founders on the bottom, and the left is John Paul DeJoria, and the right is Paul Mitchell himself. They had a vision and a heart for this industry, and they came together and created Paul Mitchell products that exploded so well that they decided to, why not, create a vision of a cosmetology school. So like I said, we celebrate our 20-year school anniversary. Paul Mitchell unfortunately passed away, but John Paul DeJoria was, why would he let this vision die? I've seen the success that has come from it and just the lives that he has poured into from that. So I love the vision has still carried on. And then underneath, you can see just a few portraits of our leaders. So on the left, Win Claybaugh, he is the dean of all Paul Mitchell schools and has partnered with John Paul DeJoria and Paul Mitchell since the beginning. Tina Black, she is actually the owner of our school, Paul Mitchell Sterling Heights. Technically, the Sterling Heights location is called Paul Mitchell, the school, Michigan. So not to be confused with the other Michigan schools here. We do have a Farmington Hills location and a Port Huron location, and then Fort Myers, Florida. She's actually the owner of that as well. Sean Chido to the right, he, as well as Lisa Martin, started off as students in Paul Mitchell. Sean was our Sterling Heights student, and Lisa was actually Great Lakes Port Huron student. So Sean and Lisa both caught wind and vision of what Tina and Win Claybaugh were a part of under Paul Mitchell, that Sean and Lisa shortly became a cosmetology instructor after graduating as just a cosmetologist. They were so on fire for this vision that Lisa and Sean became the directors of our schools, and now Sean is actually like the COO of Paul Mitchell, and under Tina owning schools now and owning Salon. So it's so amazing to see where they started and maybe not having this vision offhand, but once they saw the vision, they wanted to partner with it for life. So it's really amazing that this industry, cosmetology, you don't just have to be behind a chair to do hair. You are never capped in this industry. It's as much as you put into it, you'll get out of it. I myself am a professional makeup artist by trade, and my journey has just brought me here to now work in Paul Mitchell, who's considered to be the best cosmetology school in the country. So it's really amazing to be a part of this vision as well. And one of our vision statements, our very, very most important one, is when people come first, success will follow. So at Paul Mitchell, like I said, I'm a professional makeup artist. So I went to a different cosmetology school or beauty school, and believe I got great education. But like I said, now that I'm on the inside of what's considered to be the best of the best, they really do everything in their power to keep this vision alive. And our focus is for the future professionals. It's for your success to come out of this year program. And if there's something off, we're there to help you and guide you and not just give up. So it's super, super crucial that your commitment is with us so we can help you. And then here again, just a visual of our location. So we are Paul Mitchell School, Michigan. That's in Sterling Heights. And then you can see our Farmington Hills campus and Great Lakes campus. So Great Lakes in Port Huron was actually the first Paul Mitchell school that Tina owned, and I think in Michigan in general. And then it was Sterling Heights, and then Farmington Hills is our newest. But Sterling Heights, we are the biggest campus in Michigan. And then to chat about our programs and education. So in the state of Michigan, 1,500 hours is what is required to be a graduate of a cosmetology program. So after you complete the hours, you will take your state board exam, and that's what is your license to be a cosmetologist. So it's not just done with us. You have to go out and actually take 2 major exams. The Sterling Heights location is the only campus that allows the 1,600 hour program, which you can see on the screen as well. So our programs come with hair, makeup, skin, and nails. You will be getting it all to be a well-versed cosmetologist. The 1,600 hour program is an extended makeup course. So if you like special effects makeup, like tattoo cover up, more of the creative sense, we definitely offer that here. And again, the only campus in Michigan that offers that extended program. So this is a course outline, and you will be able to see how you travel throughout the program. So when you first start, you'll be in what's called core class. And that's about the first 8 to 9 weeks of the program. You're going to receive about 350 hours, and that's everything cosmetology you'll be learning in that short 8 weeks. So it's super critical just to be a part every single day. And then after the 350 mark, you will be good to take guests, but we really encourage family and friends first. Again, our focus is you first. When people come first, success will follow. So we don't want to just throw random clients at you, because in the past we found that caused a lot of stress and anxiety, and that's not what we want to do. We want to always set you up to succeed in every sense of the word. So definitely start bringing family and friends in first, and then we will connect with you and how to recruit for yourself and build your clientele. This is one of the most amazing things that I love about Paul Mitchell. Not sure if anyone has heard of a multiple intelligence test before, but this is something that you take within the first week of your start date. So not sure about anyone else, but how I view this is definitely just letting your learning leader know your learning style. So in high school, for example, I excelled at some classes, but failed miserably at others and just could never figure out why. And it was in tutoring and etc. I just had a different learning style that needed to be more connected with. So Paul Mitchell will give you this multiple intelligence survey, and that will show your instructor right off the bat how you learn the best. We want everybody leaving here with the same testimony of, I did go to the best cosmetology school in the country because we are putting you first. So if there's a class of 20 students per one learning leader, they will 100% take an account of every single student. Say you're a visual learner or hands-on, or are you musical? Like, they will do whatever they can to help you succeed in that way. And then I'm going to scroll down so you can see a visual of our kit, which is really fun to see that part. Because you're going to get everything in the picture you will receive here as an enrolled student. So not sure if you already noticed the iPad, but Paul Mitchell, we give, I think, 1 or 2 physical textbooks. Everything else textbook wise, we have put on a iPad. So that's included in your total cost. You will be getting a brand new iPad with us. And your learning leader will help you download cutting apps, coloring apps, makeup apps, everything in between. I got a chance to play around with it. It's super cool and convenient. I never had that in my school, so I did have to carry around a backpack full of heavy, thick books and then roll around my kit as well. So with you, we're definitely making it more convenient. You buying the iPad, you keep it forever, you keep the apps forever too. So it's always a nice refresher and reminder. You can always go back and look at what you learned here. Just a short connection here of our student teams. So Paul Mitchell, again, we are so for the future professional. We do everything that we can and give many, many opportunities to always put you in a successful role. And that is also a goal so that when you graduate here and you go out into the salon world and the industry, you're not taken back by the atmosphere, the culture. We implement that culture here so that when you go out, you're comfortable, you're confident, and you know how to take leadership. And student teams is exactly that. We want these teams to be majority led by students and teach you how to be in a leadership role the right way. So just a visual of a few of our teams here. We have the design team, which is a team that actually goes out and provides services to certain events. In the past, we've been a part of New York Fashion Week, which I have never been a part of that yet, but I've heard amazing things about it. And it's such a great experience to say yes to. Even the Detroit Opera House. And we actually have graduates that are now working at the Detroit Opera House and traveling because they just said yes to this team and we're a part of that event. And even like high school events, anything that we get in contact with, we definitely will say yes to. In the middle, Be Nice or Else, that is our, again, one of our major culture pieces here at Paul Mitchell. It was actually a book written by Win Claybaugh first. He's the dean of our schools, and it was created into a team. So not only that culture in-house, but we do go out as well and give haircuts to the homeless, or we will go to nursing homes and give manicures to the elderly, and etc. Anything else you can think of. Just want to jump down to the bottom here. We do have student council like you would have in high school. So if that is your forte, definitely take charge and lead that team. And they actually help. I'm not sure if it's the next slide. Yes, it is. They help our dress code. So we do have a dress code at Paul Mitchell. Again, we're setting you up for success with professional image so that when you go out to the industry, you're not taken back by the culture. So our dress code is all black and all gray. Literally the only 2 colors that we allow in the school, and think definitely professional, casual. We don't want to see sweatpants. We don't want to see track suits. Dress up like you are the professional stylist that you want to be. That's our whole culture piece here. Job placement, again, very important. So part of what I do, along with many others on our team, we are connected with over 300 salons locally, and we do our best to connect future professionals with salon owners to see what complements who, because not every salon is going to work for everybody. I know Paul Mitchell won't work for everybody because there's a specific culture that will complement your personality, etc. So a job is never guaranteed. I wish it was, but it's not. So as long as you connect with us, we'll do our best to help you in every single way. And then this is just a visual of the requirements to be enrolled. The first step to be enrolled is to simply schedule a tour. Connect with me or Monica, but usually we are the ones that give tours here at Paul Mitchell. You get to see the campus, see how our program operates. The first bulletin you will see is we do require a high school diploma. So it's never too early to get started in registration. Especially I do encourage a tour, because that will kind of be like your absolutely yes, I'm coming here, or maybe not, let me look at other places. So if you are just about to graduate, or if you're a junior, wherever you are, definitely take initiative and connect with us so we can get you set up for that. And then 2021 start dates, these won't apply to you, but you can see our class schedule. We do offer 2 programs, a day school and a night school. So you'll be able to see the day schools Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4:30. So it's pretty similar, typically how high school runs now during the day. And then night school is Monday through Thursday, 5 to 10. So again, full-time, part-time, pretty self-explanatory there. So a visual of our tuition and financial aid. We do partner with FAFSA here. So obviously you can see what the total cost. FAFSA is definitely encouraged. And if the total cost comes with everything that you see listed there, with the technical kit, the practical kit. What's really cool is we have you take care of your state board fee up front. So you're going to take care of your state board fee to register, both state board exams, and your COS license fee as well. So that's really cool, because when you go to schedule your boards with us, when you're about to graduate, the last thing we want to do is come to you and say, oh, we still need this chunk of payment or else you can't graduate. So let's just take care of it now, out of sight, out of mind, and then you'll be set up to go on about your way and pass your state boards.
Lindsey, can you zoom in on that, because it's really hard to read?
I don't think it's letting me zoom in here. Yeah, I'm not sure how to zoom in. It's not letting me.
Okay. Well then, can you tell us what the price is for the cosmetology? We see the 1,500, but the tuition is so tiny, or maybe my eyes are just
Gotcha.
so.
Absolutely. Yes, I would love to. So the tuition is about $17,895. But if you look, if you can see on the very bottom line, so there's things listed under tuition. So everything included, the total cost that you will be paying for is about $21,000 at the school. If you would like the 1,600-hour program, that's just 1,000 to 2,000 more. So it's not that much more. So 21 to 22,000 you'll be spending here at Paul Mitchell. Once you apply for your FAFSA, it takes about a week or 2 for us to get any information of what you qualify for. So once we get that information in, then our financial aid leader will reach out to you and share your qualifications. If there's a monthly payment, even with FAFSA, we'll help you navigate that, and we'll help you get all avenues and how to get a comfortable cost for the monthly payment. But once you graduate, about 6 months after is when your loans start to accrue, which means you have to start paying on your loans 6 months after you graduate. And on the bottom, we do offer scholarships. So again, we are all for you. We're all for helping you throughout this program as much as we can. Paul Mitchell does offer a $1,000 scholarship themselves. So you would simply, we can connect with that once you schedule a tour with us, and we'll give you the paperwork to fill that out. And it's 1 scholarship awarded each start date. Other than that, once you schedule a tour with us, we will be emailing you our enrollment requirement list and the things that just for you to have in order to enroll. There will be a link on that email. Oh, actually, it's on the bottom here. It's called beautychangeslives.org. And that's actually scholarships for enrolled students. So again, the financial help doesn't stop before you enroll. As an enrolled student, we have many opportunities and avenues for you to still obtain scholarships and financial aid help. So sadly, it's not really taken advantage of, but I encourage you to please, please, please reach out and take advantage of these scholarships.
Lindsey, what would be the requirements for the scholarship?
So for the scholarship, we ask for 2 letters of recommendation, no family, no friends. That would be a counselor, a teacher, or a employer. We do ask for a typed essay or a video essay. So this is about 500 words or 5 minutes, sharing with us who you are, why Paul Mitchell, why this industry, your goals, etc. And then the actual application as well.
What are the scholarship award amounts?
So for Paul Mitchell, it's $1,000.
Oh, okay.
The Beauty Changes Live scholarships, there's many, many, many that are open at different times. So for example, there'll be a few open at one time, and then they will close, they'll expire. So you have a certain amount of time to apply for them. Once they expire, new ones open up. So those vary. I'm not exactly sure the for sure amount, because they vary depending on who's giving the scholarship.
Okay. And what is the difference between the cosmetology 1500 and 1600 program? What is the difference between the two?
So the difference, yep, like I said before, the difference for the 16 and the 15 is just the 16 is the extended makeup program.
Okay.
So you are still going to get makeup with the 1500. 1600 is if you like the more creative side of makeup. So like special effects makeup or even tattoo cover up. So lots of things like that.
Good deal.
Mm-hmm.
We have a question in the chat. It says, I'm interested in doing nails. Do you have a program just for nails?
Great question. So at Paul Mitchell, when you enroll with us, you will be enrolling for the cosmetology program as a whole. So we do not give the option to choose one program over the other. So you will be learning hair, makeup, skin, and nails, all of it together. We do teach nails. So let me backtrack. Paul Mitchell, we are a hair focused school. So majority of our education will be hair. Everything else is enough knowledge for state board exam. So I don't want to say basic because that doesn't really sound good, but if you're looking for nails specifically or aesthetics specifically, you probably won't be learning here what you could be learning at an aesthetic program school or a nail tech program school, if that makes sense. We always bring in different artists and guest speakers to teach you more outside of the box things, more of the trendy things that's not in our curriculum. And we do offer eyelash extensions and hair extensions as well. Again, just to give you the most that we possibly can out of your education while you're here.
Okay, good deal.
Yeah, I'm open to answer any other questions while we're here. Oh, I see one other in the chat I just caught. If someone has a high school diploma and graduates at the age of 16, I do believe you have to be 17 to 18 years. That's a great question. Let me double check and then I can email you, Tony, and let you know that answer. Definitely.
Here's another question in the chat. It says, what is the time frame of 1500 hours? I guess they want to know what the equivalent time-wise 1500 hours would be.
Absolutely. So our program, if you choose the full-time day school, that's about 10 to 12 months. So you can average out about a year. The part-time night school is about 18 and 19 months, so around a year and a half. And the reason why it averages is because we are an hour-based program. So think of it like, for me, if I don't clock in and clock out every day, I won't get paid. So think of it like you're an hour-based program. If you don't clock in and clock out, you won't get your hours for that day. So if you miss hours, you're missing hours that get you closer to your graduation date. So the more hours you miss, the more your grad date is pushed back. And you're only allowed a certain amount of absent hours. So once you hit that amount, which hopefully we always encourage, save it for really important things or like unexpected things, you have to go to the doctor, etc. Once that amount is hit, if you continue to be absent, you are then now being here more hours than you contracted for, which therefore means we have to pay for those hours that you originally didn't sign up to be here for. So it's that can be, or we just encourage the students to keep track of any absent hours, because the last thing that we want to do or have you do is pay for more money to be here than you're signing up for. Like, we want you to get in and get out and retain all that information. So all of that to say, if you have like a vacation coming up at a certain time throughout next year that you want to start, or a wedding, or anything that would cause you to take time off, chat with us about it so we can help you choose the best start date so that you're not in that zone at all.
Good deal. Good deal. You guys, do you have any other questions? You can put them in the chat box or raise your hand and I'll unmute you.
I would like to actually type my email in the chat box that anyone can reach out to me specifically and individually and get you started on a tour whenever, if it's next year or by the time this year's over.
Good deal. How many students do you have in each class?
Yes, so we typically like to keep it 20 students per learning leader.
Oh, good deal.
So if there's any more than that, then we usually just bring in extra hands to help, but we pretty much keep it at 20.
Okay, okay.
Very intimate.
And then some beauty schools, some cosmetology schools, they have an open floor where the public can come in and receive services. Do you do the same thing?
Yes, we do. Yep. So when you walk in, that's the first thing that you see. It looks like a huge salon. So not only are students learning on that floor, but we do have students taking guests on that floor as well. So absolutely.
Good deal.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys, did you have any more questions? I'm looking through chat and I don't see anything additional. Lindsey, do you see anything on your end?
No, I think we answered it all from what I can see.
Yeah, same here. Okay. Well, then I will thank you for your time. I appreciate you coming out and sharing the information about Paul Mitchell. You guys, you got a great program, and it's just awesome that students will be able to go and receive the training needed to go out and work in the field. And I really love the extended makeup training portion, because that is really a new trend now that people are really getting into.
Yes, yes, absolutely. We have tons of connections, like for the makeup trend, because the extended program, usually if you're interested in movies or Hollywood, career-wise, like anything like that, it's really cool to say yes to that program. We have a lot of connections with celebrities and we bring them in here all the time to be a guest speaker for you. One of our learning leaders on staff right now, he was Aretha Franklin's hairdresser for 30 years.
Oh,
so
wow.
Yeah, it's really cool to have a celebrity stylist in our own home. And that is so amazing to me because obviously he doesn't have to be here, but that just shows the culture and the passion that each of our staff members have for this industry and educating. So it's really cool to see the opportunities here.
I did have one more question. So when a student completes the program, do you assist them with advancing their career by becoming employed with different companies, organizations, or opening up their own salon?
Yes, so part of being on the placement team will connect you with salons that we think will best suit you. Obviously, any interest that you have in certain salons will help you reach out to them. And we by no means are holding your hand here, but there's like thousands of opportunities. And like I said, I went to a separate beauty school and it was great, but times change and you have to learn the generation and how to work with them. And now we're setting everything out for you that would be no reason why you wouldn't succeed. And not to put pressure, but just saying like, just take hold of it. Take hold of the education, any extended education. That's why guest speakers are so great to have here, because that's your chance to go up to them. If you really like what they're talking about, usually guest speakers are salon owners. Go up to them, connect with them. I'm really interested in what you had to bring today. I would love to shadow at your salon for 2 hours on this one day. So we're giving you the avenues to make it happen before you graduate.
That's really awesome, Lindsey.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
really awesome. Now,
Yeah.
does Paul Mitchell, are they strictly school or do they actually have salons themselves?
Yeah, Paul Mitchell has salons themselves. So there's a Paul Mitchell salon in Clinton Township and Rochester, currently in Michigan, but they're all over the country, just like the schools are.
And so many of your graduates, do they go on to work for the Paul Mitchell salons?
We do have quite a few. Yep.
Wow, that's great.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. And the culture, it's Paul Mitchell, we are known for our culture. If you go to any other beauty school and then come here, you'll know what I'm talking about. We're so family, we're so like the culture piece, be nice or else. It's let's link arms together for the next year and do this program together and push each other to that goal, because we all have the same goal here. We're all coming here for the same thing. So let's do it together for a whole year. And it's crazy to see the connections between students when they leave. Like you could meet your best friend for life here. You could even meet your business partner here. It's really, really special to see that.
That is so awesome, Lindsey. That is so awesome.
Yeah.
Again, thank you so much for coming and sharing your time and sharing the program information for Paul Mitchell. Thank you guys for joining, and I'm wishing everyone a great day. Lindsey, I want to reach out again next semester. Have you?
Absolutely. We would love to. I would love to. That would be great. This was so awesome. Thank you so much.